Hello everyone and welcome to another session of Cost and Works Accounting of Budgetary Control. In today's session, we shall discuss purchase budget, personnel budget, research and development cost budget and cash budget. So let's begin with the session. To revise classification according to function, sales budget, production budget, cost of production budget, purchase budget, personnel budget, research and development cost budget. We are seeing this is the classification according to function, that is sales, production, cost of production, purchase, personnel, research and development cost budget, financial or cash budget, capital budget, master budget, selling distribution cost budget, labor cost budget, plant utilization budget and administration cost budget. Now let's see what is purchase budget. The purchase budget establishes relationship between the quantity and the value of various items of materials to be purchased during the budget period, taking into account the production schedule of the business organization and the inventory requirements. Purchase budget takes into account the requirements for the entire budget plan as per the sales, material maintenance, research and development and capital budgets. Purchase may be required to be made in respect of direct indirect materials, finished goods for resale, components and parts and part purchase services. Following are the factors that should be considered before finalizing the purchase budget. First, purchased orders already placed. Second, material already booked for incomplete orders. Third, the planned closing stock of the material less the opening stock. Fourth, sales required to build up the future requirements. Fifth, availability of material. Sixth, economic order quantity. 7th, price considerations. 8th, availability of finance. 9th, management policy regarding purchase of material which can also be manufactured. And 10th, payment terms. Now let's see what are the advantages of purchase budget. It enables the purchase department to plan its normal purchases efficiently. Second, it helps the purchase department in making economical purchases in advance. Third, it serves as a guide for timely provision of funds for purchasing. Fourth, it provides the data of material purchase on which the budget is based. Now let's see classification according to the function of personnel budget. So, what is personnel budget? The personnel budget incorporates the requirements of direct labor and indirect labor to carry out the budget plan as laid down in the sales, manufacturing, maintenance, research and development and capital expenditure budget. Personnel department is also known as HR, that is Human Relations Department. The word personnel, P-E-R-S-O-N-A-L, is a singular, whereas personnel is the plural. It is the responsibility of HR manager or the personnel manager to prepare the personnel budget. The labor requirement is indicated in terms of rupee value, number of labor hours, number and grade of workers, or any other convenient units. Provision is made in this budget for shift and overtime work and for the effect of training plans for the new workers on labor cost. Now let's see what are the objectives of personnel budget. First, to make efficient personnel budget management. Second, to make provision of suitable yardsticks against which the actual labor force may be compared and controlled. Third, to bring down the labor turnover. Fourth, to measure and stabilize the ratio between direct and indirect labor. Fifth, to facilitate the present preparation of cash budgets regarding the wages and salaries. Now let's see the next budget, that is research and development cost budget. Again, this budget falls under classification according to function. To understand this budget, we need to understand these two different costs, that is research cost and development cost. So first let's see what is research cost. It is defined as the cost of searching of new or improved products, new application of materials or new or improved methods. Let's see what is development cost. It is the cost of the process which begins with the implementation of the decision to produce a new or improved product or to employ a new or improved method and ends with the commencement of formal production of that product. Research and Development Unit is treated as a budget center, and all costs such as salaries, wages, depreciation of building, plant and machinery, and other costs such as lighting, rent, maintenance cost, etc. must be predetermined and should classify the same under fixed, variable, and semi-variable heads. As there is no definite volume of output, the predetermination of what the cost should be is difficult to ascertain. The amount of research cost is based on the policy of the company. Now let's see one of the most important budget, that is cash budget. It is also known as financial budget, and we are learning the classification of budgets according to their functions. So let's see what is cash budget. It is one of the important financial budget. It is defined as the forecast of cash position for a particular period. Cash budget is prepared after all the financial budgets are prepared. Cash budget is important because unless there is liquid cash, the budgeted profit has no meaning. Cash budget is prepared either on weekly, monthly, or on quarterly basis. Cash budget is a written estimate of a firm's future cash position. I repeat, cash budget is a written estimate of a firm's future cash position. It predicts for some future period the cash receipts from different sources, cash disbursements for different purposes, and the resulting cash position generally on a monthly basis as the budget period develops. It is thus a formal presentation of expected circular flow of cash through the business. Cash budget is different from income statement. The cash budget depicts movement of cash, whereas the projected income statement represents account for all sources of income to be tapped and for all classes of expenses to be incurred during a stated period, and shows how much profit, if any, is expected to be earned in a future period. Cash budget consists of all expected inflows of cash, including income and non-income sources such as receipts from sale of stocks and bonds and receipts from sale of fixed assets. Let's have a look at objectives of cash budget. First, to project firm's cash position in future period. Second, to predict cash surplus or deficit for a particular period. Third, to permit planning for financing in advance of need. Fourth, to permit proper utilization of idle cash. Fifth, to help in selection of proper source of financing cash requirements of the firm. Sixth, to maintain adequate balance between cash and working capital, sales, investments and loans. And seventh, to maintain control over cash expenditure by limiting the spending of various departments. Preparation of cash budget. A cash budget is prepared strictly on a cash basis and not on accrual basis, unlike other budgets. It starts with the opening balance of cash in hand and cash at bank. Receipts are added in it and the payments are deducted from the total receipts. The balance thus shows is either surplus or deficient. See, there are three methods of preparing cash budget. First, receipt and payment method. Second, adjusted earnings or adjusted profit and loss method. And third, the balance sheet method. The receipt and payment method is the most popular and commonly used method by the business organization. So in this session, we have learned some classification on the basis of functions. In next session, we shall continue.